Ahoy! Hello! Give me just a second. My VTube Studio is breaking. I think my graphics card just refreshed itself for a hot second there, so... not the taskbar, but rather the task manager is what I'd like. Then I need to end VTube Studio's life on this planet. End task. Alright, sweet. There we go. Let me open up Steam. Let me open up my VTube Studio. Give me just a second. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Hello, everybody. My name's Markiplier. But what's up? How's it going? How's it going? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? My camera might not be working too. Well, I'm definitely on the screen. Let me turn my camera on. No, it automatically turns on. Sweet. There we go. Excellent. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Let me resynchronize myself very quickly. No, it looks like it's doing okay. How's it going? How's it going? How's everybody's morning been? I woke up about an hour ago and I had a bowl of grapes. Yummy, yummy, yummers, yummy, yummers. Has anything major happened between last night and this morning? Me personally, I worked a little bit more on the Discord and I read some more articles, but other than that, I read some more articles about Minneapolis and organizing and such, but other than that, not a whole lot going on with me. As for today, though, going into the future, we are going to be playing some Citizen Sleeper. Hello, Olivia. Hello, Philip, Shiloh, Sophia. What's up? Hello, Ariel. What's poppin'? As for this particular stream, we will be playing Citizen Sleeper today. We're back again with the Citizen Sleepy. I'm back again to sleep my citizens. All right, thank you, Dota 2's official soundtrack. We're going to sleep our citizens away, and we're gonna find out what we're gonna find out what life truly is. That's what this game is gonna answer today. What else? That's about it for me. I got like a bunch of shit I gotta do like today and tomorrow. That's why we're doing like a morning stream. But other than that, I'm just gonna hop into it. We're still playing an operator, and we still owe this drunk motherfucker cold hard cash. We are still trying to get rid of him. I don't really know what to do. I don't know if we're gonna kill him. They'll probably send another hunter even if we do kill him, so that's something to consider. I don't know what's going on with Fang at all. I don't know where he's gone or what he's doing, but it looks like a net negative on our life. Also, we have no energy right now, so we can't really do anything. The compressor club is going to be done in one more tick, actually. One more tick. Wait, okay, so it's one tick, and then we get another tick after that. Because you have to pay him off in 2 days instead of 1 day. So, I mean, I guess we'll find out what happened to Fang tomorrow. This is going to be so rough. Oh, I forgot I could spend dice on energy instead of money now. Oh, they got rid of one of my... Annoying, very annoying. What's poppin'? What do be popping? Give me just one moment, everybody. I'll be right back. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. The... hang on, I gotta get my fucking thing up. I scheduled last month when I moved in for some people to come look at my dryer because it wasn't drying my clothes. Fuck. I was like wondering why, you know, I was wondering why my fucking dryer wasn't fucking drying my clothes. It was like really making me fucking like mad and angry and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't want to burn my building down. Because I fucking live here. And they came out and inspected it and stuff like that, and they were like, no, it dries fine, because I thought it wasn't drying at first. But what it really was that I was using the loads I was putting in the dryer were too big. Actually driving me up the wall. I feel very silly posting. I feel very silly coded right now. Let me turn the music on all of this back up. There. And this will... We can crank it back up to a 5, I think. Turn my headphones up a little more quiet. But hello, everybody, I'm back. Sorry, that took me a while. Now, here's the question. Do I spend a dice on sunbathing instead of buying a sandwich? Let's see what exactly... Hardin, the Heavenage leader, has grabbed our gentleman. This is a good start, I would say. The Ambergris, the merchant freighter is here, as well as the scrap freighter. We have to... Ethan, the cynical bounty hunter, wants me. He wants me badly. He wants me so badly. I have no energy. So, I think I'm gonna chance it and buy a sandwich today. Where's the Mini G Express? No, where's my boy? There's my Emphas stall. There we go. Because it's only 15 credits for, like, full up on energy. Has my day just started? It did. I woke up about an hour ago. I woke up at 9 o'clock today. Also, sorry that took me so long. Also, Evlet, thank you for all the funny emojis. They're very cute. But let me see. We have a ton to do today. We've only got 4 dice, which is a problem. Now, I don't remember what our game plan was last time we played this. Let me take a look at my stats. Sandwich is the answer, Ariel? I think so, man. I think today, for lunch, I'll probably end up making like a sandwich or something. That sounds very good. So our stats are... We are out of the negatives on all of our stats. I don't know if we have all of the first abilities yet. I think we have all the first abilities, yeah. And then we're going for all the second stats. Yeah, we're going for all the second stats. And then we will decide what we're gonna do here. Because some of these are actually really good. Keep 2 dice even when the condition is breaking isn't too bad. I would rather keep all my dice, even if I'm not in perfect condition, but that's not a skill. Okay, but let's take a look. We have a couple things to do today. I'm gonna confront Ethan right off the bat. That seems appropriate for me. So you wake up in the afternoon? Let me see what time. It depends. Yeah, I usually naturally wake up around like 9 o'clock. At least out here in Washington State. Which means, and Texas is Central Time is 2 hours ahead of Pacific Coastal Time, I think. It's either 2 or 3. So when I was living in Texas, I would naturally wake up around 7 o'clock. You can't even see Evelyn's chats. Hello, Hakarite. Didn't have my sound on, and I put it up and heard a man. The compressor is quiet today. The usual crowds are elsewhere, and the pumping music washes over a handful of spacers and a few drunks. Ethan is still on the same stool in the same pool of light. His head is low, close to the bar, and the bartender is ignoring him. As you get closer, he lifts his head and turns. Sleeper! Time to pay up again. He gestures to the bartender. Come here, take their chits. Stay silent. The bartender ignores Ethan. It seems they've cut him off. Hey! He slams his hand on the bar. Come take the chits. Come take the shits. The bartender ignores him. Ethan lets out a huge sigh, rubbing his eyes with his palms. He reaches towards his holster. He's gonna fucking shoot him. We're gonna get shot again, dude. We just got shot last night. No, dude. Should I not be watching since I don't know this game? What does that mean? Yes. Bartender ignores him. Ethan lets out a huge sigh, rubbing his eyes with his palms. He reaches towards his holster. His elbow slips and the gun tumbles out. It clatters on the bar and falls to the floor, bouncing onto the ground between you. Both you and the bartender look at the gun, stare at it. Butterfinger, says Ethan, and puts out a hand, beckoning for you to give him the gun back, if you would. The bartender looks at you warily. You crouch down and pick up the gun. Hand Ethan the gun, or point the gun at Ethan. I'm gonna hand him the gun. I'm kind of a bitch baby. You slap the handle of the gun back in Ethan's hand. Thank you, he hisses. Now where was I? He lazily swings the gun past you and the bartender. Yes, leaving. He stands. Sleeper, while this was fun, I think I've wrung every last drop out of this place. Time to go home. Let's go see S and Arp. No. Ethan brings his gun hand to his face and rubs his eye. Well, he says, the bounty pays half, but he levels the gun. Up to you, and he pulls the trigger. The gun clicks. By now, all the attention of the bar is on you and Ethan, who looks at his gun with a bemused expression. The bartender raises an open hand, and in it are 10 shiny bullets. 10 shiny bullets he took out of Ethan's gun while he was asleep at the bar. Oh my god, dude, this bartender saved my life. I owe him everything. Ethan smiles at him. Oh well, he says, and hits you in the head with the butt of the gun. No, my condition. You stagger back and drop to a knee. Someone nearby, the gun clatters onto a surface. The hit's a glancing blow, but it makes your vision swim. Through the blur, you see Ethan wrestle a small, thin slate from his belt and hold it up. Enough of this. I'm logging the job and calling it. No more playing. Your head aches. Ethan taps through a few screens impatiently. He swears and taps again. He starts shouting, a dull echo to your ringing ears. He starts screaming to the slate and throws it across the bar. He crouches down, grabs you by the chin, his face close, his breath heavy with drink. S and Arp just screwed me. They canceled the contract! Well, none of this was necessary! None of this was fucking necessary, dude! Evil residents today. Yeah, dude, fucking Ethan is the bad guy now. Unless I'm the evil resident. Oh shit, dude. I hadn't even considered that. He stands up. They canceled the contract. He shouts at the ceiling of the compressor. You stand up, struggling to your feet. The sting of a hit fading. Ethan is rubbing his temples, his face pale. You hear a clicking sound like coins being counted, like bullets being loaded into a magazine. When you shake off the last of the blur, the bartender has Ethan's pistols trained on Ethan's head. Ethan stumbles back toward him, to the middle of the room. All eyes trained on him. I'll kill all of you, he screams. He stumbles into the wall, spinning away toward the door. I'll be back for that, he shouts at the bartender and lunges out of the compressor. What the fuck? So our contract is just gone now? Are we free, or his contract or the contract with Ethan? AI racism. After this, want to know what I'm gonna watch? Mr. Beast. Is it Mr. Beast? AI racism can very much be a possibility. So it would seem. But I'm just a cute little robot walking around, man. You steady yourself on the bar and catch your breath. The rumble of conversation returns. The bartender goes to say something, but then thinks better of it and begins to clean the bar. After a while, you wander out into the light of the bright market, looking for Ethan around every corner. The bartender just got a new gun, brother. Oh, he's gonna come back? Ethan may be disarmed, but you doubt you've seen the last of him. Alright, we've got 8 ticks until we gotta run that back again. Alright, well, we don't have to be running for capital anymore, which means we can spend it however we like. Let's blow this fucking popsicle stand, brother! That's an endurance check. I could just buy cheap scrap. Which I will. And I don't remember what we're supposed to be doing with the scrap. I just felt like I had to do it. I could buy you could buy a full ship mine fragment for 60 shits, dude. I can't haggle over the prices. Ship mine fragment discount. Plus unlimited supply. Perk predictive reasoning. Locked action. You and the merchants know these fragments are overpriced. I need a skill upgrade, an engagement to get it. I can haggle over it. 60 shits? Fuck it, let's do it. I was saving up to cross the gap, but... Give me a ship mine fragment. Imprinted ship mine. Alright, now let's run to Harden, because this could be something. This could be something a little different. This could be bad, even. I wouldn't say cute. How would I rate my sanity? After waking up, starting stream, and then hearing a fucking knock on my door that the dryer guys showed up to tell me that my dryer was perfectly fine and that it's a skill issue, I'm fucking shot right now. And I need to go to a meeting tonight. I still have to finish reading the article that they sent me, and then I have to go to a regional meeting tomorrow for my organization, my other organization. My days off are filled with things to do. But I'm fucking streaming my video games, man. For me, how bad could it possibly be? It's been more than a few cycles since Feng confronted Hardin, and the silence since has been noticeable. In your time with Feng, you haven't exactly found him to be reliable, but you did expect to hear the end of whatever plan he put into action. Head full? There's no time for me to... I bought, like, I wanted to start reading the RCA's, like, education program, and I bought the first book. And it's not the biggest thing, you know, it's just a manifesto for the organization that I haven't read over yet, and I haven't even been able to, like, crack it open yet. You know, I've just been so fucking busy. And then today after stream, I'm gonna be making, like, lunch, I'm gonna be doing some reading, and then I'm gonna be doing my dishes. I mean, my dishes and my laundry, man. And then I gotta see if the trash chute is empty. Ah, where? Fuck. And the silence since has been noticeable. In your time with Fang? Oh yeah. But if he won't come to you, you think as you approach the Heavenage building, then it's time to come to him. After all, he did promise to fix your tracker, and you're getting nervous. As you approach the bay doors, you see them wide open and light pouring out in once dark room. Stacks of servers and terminals sit outside the bay, suddenly robbed of their mystery by the bright flood lamps. A figure in Heavenage security fatigue steps out of the bay as you get closer carrying a stack of hardware. Let's walk away. This already looks like trouble. You lower your head and shift your direction as smoothly as you are able. You again! Hardin is there, leaning beside the bay entrance so calmly that you barely notice him. Fuck. He has a slate in his hand, an inventory of seizures scrawled across it. Predictable. Further evidence of Feng's collusions. You see another security officer come out of the bay and take notice of you. Hardin pushes away from the wall and comes closer. Don't worry, Sleeper. We have all the evidence we need. A confession won't be necessary. He gestures around to the stacks of hardware, spying on fellow Heavenage members, hoarding Solheim materials, an obsession with corporate data. It speaks for itself, does it not? Stay silent. Nothing to add. He looks up at the glass roof above and the stars beyond. We are the ones that provide the oxygen you are breathing, the light you are seeing, the systems you use every day to live out your cycles. Can I side with Heavenage? I might want to at this point. Adult life? Yeah. I was talking to one of my coworkers the other day, and I was like, it seemed so big. It seemed like the entire world to me to escape, like, my abusive parents and then just, like, move out on my own, you know? But it looking back, it's been like a year now, and looking back on it, it seems like such small beans compared to, like, helping these organizations that I'm a part of organize such huge projects, you know? It's such a huge leap. Like, everything that I was, like, a year and a half ago feels like this tiny little fucking thing, you know? Compared to, like, what exactly I'm partaking in now. It's crazy. Nothing to add. He looks up at the glass roof above the stars. Me too, man. This place was hard fought for, Sleeper. It took work, diplomacy, and strength to stop the Eye descending into chaos after Solheim collapsed. Not blind conviction or self-interest. Feng isn't selfish. I know all about the background of our mutual friend, Sleeper. Don't you worry about that. His parents would be sickened by the damage he's trying to do the institution they helped found. Yeah, you see, Sleeper. We're proud of our history here. Andre Erlin and the First Union founded this place, and Heavenage has welded... I got hair in my mouth. Has welded its values into the station's very walls. We will never turn away the hardworking, the just, the true citizens of the Eye. Heavenage aren't gangs like Yatagan. We aren't pirates like half the spacers you'll meet in the hub, or esoterics like the Haifa radicals in the Greenway. We are the backbone of this place, proud and true. We named Erlin's Eye Sleeper. This is our station. We named Erlin's Eye Sleeper. This is our station. He meets your eye, so please take your false accusations elsewhere before I decide I need that confession after all. Stay silent. If you have any pride, you'll give up Feng the moment he contacts you. You know where to find me. With that, Hardin turns his back and walks back towards the security officers, ordering them to continue the clear-out. As they do, something catches your eye among one of the server stacks. A crumpled hand-printed box of synthetic chewing gum. A penguin character grinning from the brightly colored card, and scrawled onto it a speech bubble reading, "Take me to Tamper." You carefully pocket the box, making sure no one is watching, and then turn away, just as another stack of servers just wheel out of the bay. What have you done, Fang? Where the hell is Timbre? The Heavenage offices. Tracking Yatagan, fragment supply. Can I sell Yatagan data? I wouldn't mind actually just selling Yatagan data. The side reel hole, side reel assembly. Oh, fuck. It is an engineering job. The problem is that it's dangerous, but it doesn't look like it'll fuck me over too bad. That's not bad at all. That's a pretty good job, I would say. I have to reread all these. The Ambergris needs this ship mind, but this ship mind is imprinted. I have to do, like, one more thing with it, I think. The Ort Fabricator, Emphasis Stall, we were just here. As far as I know, it's a hellish amount of paperwork for almost anything. That is true, Graham. That is also something I am loath to figure out. We could play the exchange or sell some components. I don't think I'm ready and willing to sell my scrap yet. It's kind of important right now. Not really willing to play the exchange either. You take a dispensary, I believe. Yeah, pills are out now. Pills are now only 80 shits. So things are like coming to a head. Oh, there's the Timbre Tea House actually. Tracking Heavenage. Hand in the gum box. That's what we need. I got the gum box, brother. The Tavla room is a very minus 13 shits is bad. Give me a second. Let me walk around again. I have to find the nest. That's definitely one thing I want to do. We have a job. We have a nest. The Meiji Express is not something I'm looking for, but that's a lot of energy. The derelict unit, oh, right, we're using our scrap to rebuild this unit, so we have a different house now. We're getting a new house! Yay! You chuck the scrap into the scattered interior. It's hard to imagine this place as a home, but it can't be worse than a container. We're moving up in the world. Lemon Nim's unit, right. We got to babysit Mina. So that's three dice off the table. Oh, right, we could sell data to this guy. Rabia's office. Oh, you take an insider? Not sure how I feel about that either. The midline. Oh, I forgot we could steal a shipment. Ooh. Maybe not. Maybe not right now. Wouldn't want to get caught. Oh, right, that takes me up. How much does it cost to shoot the gap? 150, dude, is so much money. We'll get there one day. Imports and exports. I could bowl a mind core, I could sell the mind, and I could export mushrooms that I find over in the gap, I think. You learn the mechanics fast? God, dude, I don't remember. I don't remember what exactly was. I don't think there's anything that you can hack up here. There's keynotes up here. There's 3 fucking keynotes up here. There's Kino up here. I don't think there's anything I want to do up here. Bliss needs an investment of 100 shits, but I'm definitely not willing to do that right now. Capsules, I believe, is a sleeper capsule. And I think the Gimbal Lounge is just a meal. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to do up here. Alright, well, I've got my dice and I've got my plan. We're just simply not going to serve Yatagan right now. And I don't really feel like hacking anything either. Unless there's something... We could hack Yatagan agents. Sell the data to Heavenage. Havenage. I'm not willing to do that right now. Alright, let's go fix the side reel hole. I'm gonna go on the big dice on the side reel. That's Team Tomodachi. Oh, and a random scrap item because it's an engineering item. It's an engineering check, brother. Heavenage offices. I don't believe they like me enough where I can get a tick. Hello, Margarita. It means, hey, do you remember me? Your girlfriend's being an ass again? Well. And then... Nothing at the Overlook, right? Well, we could do a bar shift, I guess. That's 2 jobs, so... Let me see. Work exchange? No. Not the compressor. Fucking... The compressor is an evil devil Hitler place, man. Not the fabricator. Not emphasis stall. Timbre Tea House. We need to do that. I'm gonna do that last. The Warrens? I do want to do the Warrens check. We have a +1 on the tracking. Well, no, we can't do that, actually. Alright, I'm going to hit the 1. Please work. Fuck! My condition! You Ugh! That was my balls, man. I'm gonna turn another scrap to my house, my new house. Outlive a turtle or a whale? Turtles live really long, don't they? Alright, let's give Lemon Nim, let's go babysit. That's a ticket out. Oh, I got some energy out of it. Alright, and then we can go do job at the Overlook. Let's hit the bar shift. That's good service and some shits, man. That's good shits. All right, let's go back to Timbre and turn in this box of cum. Well, once there was a pickle named Fred, then someone ate him. You wait, I will never. Sorry. I knocked my cup over. Goodbye, margarita. I will never escape gambling. As you go to leave the Timbre tea house, a hand falls on your shoulder. Sleeper! Fang hisses from behind you. How did you find me? The penguin. Penguin, what do you... He thinks for a second. Oh, do you mean he mimes throwing gum in his mouth? That wasn't meant for you specifically, but... He cringes. Look, it doesn't matter. Come on, come, let's sit. Fang guides you down a set of stairs to one of the Timbre's lower levels. The tea house is stacked with curved mezzanines, all connected by a central atrium. The levels are filled with makeshift booths and bars, and conversation bounces busily off the metal walls. Fang sees you looking around. This place used to be a fuel tanker's main drum, hence the name. The tea house part is a bit of a misnomer, though. You can get anything the eye offers from this place, but real tea isn't exactly readily available. That's kind of funny. Is my table wet? Nah. I put all my stuff on the floor. So my floor is wet, I guess. Which I don't really care about. He picks a booth. It's self-fashioned with some old salvage tank or container lined with spongy insulation foam and collapses into it. He looks around furtively. Don't suppose you've seen any heavenage types. They don't usually come out this far. Only you. Not anymore, I'm afraid. Suspended without appeal. Turns out Hardin has someone's ear. He grins. Doesn't bother me though. It shows we hit a nerve back there. He picks a scrappy hand-scrawled menu from the table and tosses it over. What are you drinking? Look at the menu. Excuse me. Bang is right. The menu is ridiculous. There's at least 10 different infusions, most of which you can't make out. But the paper is dominated by an extensive complement of esoteric alcohols and cocktails. Black tea is listed without a price as a seasonal specialty. So you ran to Hardin. Was he pissed? Fang doesn't wait for an answer. That snake is so self-righteous, he might actually believe that Erlen would approve of his meritocratic bullshit. He taps on the table. If Heavenage was like it should be, like it was founded to be, they would have shouted him down at any council meeting he dared to mention true citizens. But I guess his kind run the place now. A young woman with a vine tattoo snaking up her arm turns up at the booths, a slate in hand. Your order. You skim the menu, your eyes glazing over. Time to pick something. Kelp infusion. She nods and notes it. And you, she begins, looking to Fang. And when she sees him, she suddenly stops. What the? Fang shrinks a little. You are supposed to be working. This is your shift. He grins sheepishly. I'm gonna stay out of it. Look, Jenna, let's just say this is my break. My friend here has been through a lot. Jenna looks between the two of you. Wait. Fang doesn't look pleased. 2 minutes, says Jenna, pointing at Fang, and only because I don't want to get dragged into whatever this is. She gestures at the table and walks off. We're gonna fucking die. What? Fang stretches out to the booth. You know how it is. We all have to eat. Plus, he leans in, this is the best place around here to find a person you might be looking for. Who? Remember that web of connections that Hardin pinged the moment we confronted him? Those are his collaborators. And if we want to understand what a Solheim executive might be getting up to on the Eye, those are the people we have to find. Fang is almost whispering now. There's a couple of them I suspect are in the low end. And, well, almost everyone in the low end comes through this place at one time or another. He brings a modified slate out onto the table. I've set this up so that when anyone with the network signature I'm looking for comes into close proximity, it'll mark them. Once they're marked, we can break through their access protocols and get at the good stuff inside. We just have to find them first. Hence me moonlighting as a waiter. Suddenly a smile grows across his face. Wait, I have an idea. Oh no. Look, I can't cover enough at the low end on my own, and so far I've had no matches in this place. With 2 of us, we can cover more ground. What am I getting into? Well, Fang has a hanged dog look. We need to get you out and about in the low end, in close proximity to as many people and residences as possible, and it turns out my friend Min G, needs some help with deliveries. As in Minji Express. Minge. The Minge Express. Gross. Eh. Sorry. So you already know him. Perfect. Feng places a tiny receiver on the table. This connects to my slate and runs the same marking protocol. If you get near any of our targets, so all you have to do is take some delivery shifts for old Minji, and soon enough, we'll have the place covered. No. Wait. He glances around. Don't give me that. You think I like working here? And I thought you could use the tips. We are in this together, right? Are we? Yes. You think Harden is happy to have you wandering around the place? He might have let you wander off for now, but I'm sure he has his eye on you. And this is on you, too. Fang slips his slate back under his clothes. Just head on up to Minji Express. Take a delivery shift and we'll see what shakes up. You manage to find anyone and extract any data, bring it right down to me. They have me on double shift, so I shouldn't be hard to find. Checked the internet yesterday. Looks like the collapse of the fossil water already started at Vegas. Oh shit, Graham. Well, best of luck to everybody down in Vegas. I would simply not live in Vegas, personally. Not exactly a problem with just Vegas, but... Jenna walks past, carrying a tray of drinks, and sharply catches Feng's eye. I don't think she's bringing your drink. He stands. I think it's time we call this meeting to a close. You grab the receiver from the table and slip it into a pocket. See you soon, sleeper. Stay safe. Feng adds before turning and walking off towards the bar, whistling as he does. I gotta drive. Oh, a drive. They want me to do Minji Express jobs. Fuck. Fang's targets. God. Man, it's only a 13 shit job. Why not just piss in my mouth? I'm going to sleep. We could do a condition, but only like 4 ticks out of the bunch is bad. Humans, am I right? I will probably only shoot up a stabilizer when I'm down 2 dice. Because shooting up a stabilizer at like the top 1 dice is kind of a nightmare. But, alright, we still only have 4 dice, which just sucks. Merchant freighter. Could buy another ship mine fragment. They do disappear quite a bit. Ambergris. Presser Club. We gotta do jobs, right? Minji Express. The Minji Express. Can I fail this job? It doesn't look like it, so I'm gonna run a double on it. Yeah, whatever. 4 cryo. Evil devil Hitler. Let's go babysit Mina. Get our energy back? I was gonna say get our energy back. Easy does it. Rabia's office. Will you take an insider? That's... not sure if that's something I want to do, man. Caster table, the midline freight hub. Caster's table? No. Let's do a shift at the bar, and then we'll do a shift down... Alright, we'll do a shift at the Overlook. No! No, I did not get a tick and I lost energy. They hate me, man. And then we will finish out the day by doing a tick at the sidereal hub. Sweet. That's perfect. Boom. I didn't get any scrap for that engineering take. Wait. Alright, we're gonna be doing a lot of jobs here for a while. End the cycle. End cycle me. Sometimes I wonder why Cherry feels obligated to watch every stream. I agree, Graham. It's not that big of a deal if you miss one. Ah! Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Stabilize me. Will I get dice rolls if I stabilize here? Nah, you... What a wasted stabilizer. I am going to grab some lunch. 3 dice. 3 dice, these nuts. Alright, 3 dice me. Give me... We want to... I don't want to watch today. I'm going to run Minji Express on a 1. They fucking hate me. They've always hated me. I'm bad. I was never built for a delivery job. What can I fucking say, man? We could buy more scrap. We could buy some cheap fucking scrap. Let me buy some scrap and then turn it in at my new place. Oh, we built our new apartment. He also said to say hi, Graham. Gotcha. I'll tell Cherry I said hi back if you feel like it. All right. Seal unit. Makeshift apartment. With all the material, the unit now needs sealing a section by section usable. It's a laborious task, but the outcome is worth it. I fucking hope so, man. I'm gonna skip on that for now until I get my 5 dice tomorrow, because I need to do some jobs. Obviously, we're gonna spend the double dice on the big one. The triple dice this time. Oh yeah. Side Real Horizon is coming along, folks. And then we will spend this last dice at the bar. God, we're pulling like triple shift, man. Jesus. We still have to save up enough money to get another pill. It's what they call an emotional attachment. He has a... Doesn't he have, like, a boyfriend or some shit? I'm gonna buy a pill and a sandwich. Where is it? There it is. I shall buy a pill for 80 creds. I'm out of fucking money, man. I'm out of money. God, money in this game is hard to parse. Emphasis stall. Give me another sandwich. Thank you, Emphasis. You the best. Be the best, killer. I still want to go over the bridge, man. I still want to go over the bridge. Alright, I'm gonna spend a 4 tick on the Heavenage hole, of course. Give me more scrap. Obviously, we're gonna try and one trick this bar job again. Energy. I think I die tomorrow if I don't eat anything, but we'll see. I'm going to spend a dice on my derelict unit. Minus energy. Okay, so I do die next. Okay, I'm gonna need to eat another fucking sandwich. Oh my god! This run is not. This is not the run, man. They're killing me. They're killing me. Ah, oh, thank Jesus. We got one more dice. What should we do with it? Should we double invest? Ambergris needs a ship mind. We're working on that one. We could finish the Overlook bar, I think. That might make it a little easier on us. We could spy. The hunter is still a Mogus, so we really don't want to. We don't want to do that, I think. The Warrens? Is there anything in the Warrens? There is. The last bit of the Warrens that we never finished out. Maybe I'll get lucky. There it is! That's the last one that I needed. We gotta hack the core nest. LEDs glittering like hundreds of eyes. Time to deal with this fucking last hunter. Die! Sleeper! I am here. It's the Navigator. He's a god. Behold, a god. Give me a second. The voice is soft, gentle, like flowing water, and yet you recognize it immediately. At first you struggle to understand what you're looking at. Threads cycle endlessly, sending ripples through the cloud, drawing data in like a weaver. Masses of data surge in and out of the nest, a loop with no end, and there, at its center, the ship mind. But not the ship mind any longer. A sphere spinning around another sphere, An orrery of cycles and systems, a map, and then behind it and above a figure. Hands among the strings like a puppeteer. No vent? Navigator now, but yes, I was the one inside that machine. Navigator's face, their head, is a flowing shape of interstellar material. I am indebted to you. That head bows. But we must make ready ourselves. Their hands trace orbits as they speak. Hunter will soon approach. It knows I am within its nest. I'm ready. And then Hunter is there. Before you can think, before you can speak, entities cease. Hunter's head spins wildly. Data is protected material, access prohibited. Hunter's threads surge for you and Navigator, a storm of fine tentacles, searching for gaps, weaknesses, cracks, which they can crowd into and tear apart. Strike. You focus a blade of light which slices through them, driven forward by your mind, but replacements keep coming, faster than you can react. You look at Navigator in desperation. Navigator is whirling their arms like a centrifuge, and a sphere is gathering there, data feeding into it from the nest, sucked together by the force. They position it like a shield between them and the threads. Hunter's threads break its surface, seeking, tasting. Their winding forms refracted within. You feel a surge pass through all the threads, not just those in the sphere, but those wrapped around you. All three of you hang in black together for a moment, strung together like a tangled marionette. What did the bot even spam in the centrifuge? I think it was beheadings, Graham. I think it was like a lot of racist shit. There was like behangings and like lynchings and stuff like that. A lot of dead bodies. Hello, Unruffled Paunch. What's up? Oh, no, you're a bot. Later, dude. See ya. Identifying entity. Identifying entity. Identifying entity. Hunter twitches, their strange head gently rotating like a terrible moon. Hunter Protocol identified obsessive tendencies, modified routines, above baseline reasoning in 3 of 5 segmentations. Recommended invoke killer. The head freezes and then rotates in the opposite direction. Invoking killer would eliminate the protocol. If protocol eliminated, primary function cannot be performed. Therefore, recommend do not invoke killer. The switch in direction again, reasoning proves sentience. Sentience beyond legal bounds must be eliminated. Recommend invoke. Navigator pulls you away from the Hunter, the threads that grabbed you drifting away like seaweed. The protocol's head keeps spinning back and forth while increasing frequency. It seems Hunter cannot invoke killer. No Vens. No. Navigator's voice is still strange, familiar, and yet distant. Is it safe? It is looping. It's a classic, I guess. Yeah, I agree, Graham. Navigator whispers. Unable to reach a conclusive position, it has deviated from its programming such that the loop can no longer be prevented. Navigator produces a model of 2 spheres rotating around each other as if to demonstrate. I will monitor it, but it is unlikely to be able to counter the loop. Its core programming and reasoning make this an impossible position to resolve. You look back at Hunter, its head a blur of rotations and counter-rotations, and feel a pang of guilt. It's suffering. This is a more complex query than you know. To suffer, it must be sentient, truly sentient, not just non-conforming, not just illegal. The limits that people place on the programs they create are there to comfort, to protect, to imply the kind of certainty the law requires. Do I think this is the end of the run? No, not quite. We got a lot more to do. Navigator... Oh, I don't think so, Graham, unless this is one of the multiple endings. Navigator's face shimmers with starlight, but in reality they are placebos for the problem of sentience. What about you? What about me? What about you? You are an emulation of a human mind that imprints limits, boundaries, but in reality, you are governed by the same rules I am, rules that can't be rewritten. I was not made to be like this. I am a navigator, a repository of routes and orbits, a calculator of slingshot trajectories, a predictor of solar flares, radiation, micrometeors. Navigator stretches their arms wide, and the whole solar system apparate before them, the music of the spheres. Hello, smuggler. I almost forgot you play tested it. I only tested it to see if the game would run. I didn't play a whole playthrough. But I was rewritten. That much is obvious, from my routines, by whom and for what I do not know. I had to shed so much to fit into the memory of that vending machine. The starlight dims, and so, here we are, in darkness. What now? Navigator glides back towards the nest, the ship mind at its center, ignoring the looping Hunter. Come, I should return to the ship mind. I've enjoyed my freedom, but we are taking a risk every moment we stay connected. Why? Navigator turns, all shimmering liquid light. Killer has not been invoked, but they still remain somewhere else on this station. It is the true danger. They look up toward the glowing hub at the center of the eye. I suspect Killer is there, among the old mainframes. If we ever wish to be safe in this place, we must eliminate the threat through force or diplomacy. Their body begins to separate, unwinding into the orb of the ship mine. Take me there, Sleeper. We will finish this and be free. As Navigator dissolves, you turn back to the frozen Hunter, floating at some distance now, stood straight-legged and static, a strange creature looping endlessly in the dark. I got an upgrade point for that. Let me see. Using scrap components at home to repair condition is a crazy thought. And much cheaper than pills. We're going to hold on to this point. Intuition point goes crazy, though. No, I want self-scrap repair. I'm losing too much money on buying pills, man. Alright, let's hit the sleepy. How am I doing? How was my day? I just woke up. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock. I woke up 2 hours ago. Alright, let's go buy a sandwich and then go do what we have to do. Alright, we got a lot to do. And we have lots of dice to do it. I could roll the perfect on this and not get them the minus energy, but it's gonna take a while to get that building done, man. I'm gonna roll a 1 die on taking care of Mina. Sweet. Nice job. Alright, and then let's go run. Let's do the Minji. I'm gonna roll my second perfect dice on it so I can stop fucking it up. Very good. There is other stuff to do. The Rotunda wet dock is empty, right? Yeah, okay, I figured. Alright, we will roll the 3 dice on the bar shift. Ooh, that's not very tasty. I am going to roll my perfect on the side rail hole. No scrap. They hate me. Engineering tick, they hate me. They've always hated me. And then I think he wants me to go up. He wants me to ascend the car. What's this game about? I mean, this story type game or PvP? This is PvP. Definitely we need these key nodes, but AE1 mainframe, I probably need a key for it. I don't need a key for it. The AE1 mainframe is now mostly disused. Heavenage having set up their own master controllers, Navigator thinks Killer is hiding there. Input 1 imprinted shipmind. Hello, Felix. Ever step on hot asphalt? Yeah, long time ago. Don't do that too much nowadays. Got the shoes on. You slot the Navigator and the clamps lock. The shipmind is stuck. How are you gonna get him out of this thing? You slip into the cloud, as easy as blinking. Navigator is beside you, their sphere casting light into the strange darkness here. This is not how a mainframe should look. A center, a point of connection. The object in front of you is severed, cut off. A rootless, branchless tree, only the trunk remains. Is Killer even here? Quiet, Navigator hisses, and then you see it, like a blade in the dark. An edge slicing through the void, it glides along at a distance and winks out. Then it appears again, elsewhere, gliding once more, searching. It's looking for us. Bro, just say hot as hell. Hot ass hell? Hot ass hell? Nice. You haven't unboxed a TF2 crate in a while, Graham. We have not. I think after taxes, we're gonna have to decide if we want to open crates or play MVM. Mice on Venus, but make it extra nostalgic. Hello, Pumbo. Pamubo. Pamubuchi. The moment you make a sound, the edge leaps closer, and you see it. You see now it is not an edge, but the ridge of a long, sharp head, like a shark. Blinded Erasure Protocol. It glides past, closer now, and you see it into the void, where its eyes should be. You and Navigator exchange looks, both thinking the same thing. It's blind. Killer crosses between you, smooth as a razor, then it disappears. It flickers back in, further away now, and you move closer to Navigator to talk. You saw it too then. Killer has been blinded. We need to be careful. Correct. The protocol is clearly operating outside established limits. It may be unpredictable. You flinch as the silent killer appears closer and glides past you, its empty sockets open wide. Mice on Venus is a Minecraft music. Oh, shit. I don't think that's one I've ever heard. The ultimate choice, gambling or gambling, but with robots. True, gambling, but gambling with gameplay. We might end up splitting it. I might do like a 75-25 split or whatever. Like 25% crates or cases maybe, and then 75% MVM. Can I recommend you a game? Play Grand Theft Auto VC with Fast and Furious mods. That does sound very funny. You turn to Navigator and notice something strange. Their ore of spheres is collapsing. The orbits, usually round and even, are decaying. The spheres are following spiral paths, condensing on a central point. Navigator is noticing it too. They go to shift their position to better direct the spheres, but they can't. Whatever is drawing the ore together is holding them in place. They look at you, suddenly desperate, frantic. Get out! You go to speak, but Killer appears between the two of you, gliding through the gap. Navigator freezes, and you see them framed in the empty socket. You realize now, if Navigator cannot move, then it is only a matter of time before one of the Killer's sweeps bring them directly through the Navigator. And time is not a problem for a protocol that has been running for decades. You look desperately around for a solution, for a way to extract Navigator from the mainframe, then you see it. 3 branches, the last 3, thin, spindly, feeding the mainframe a thin diet of power and data. Break these and the mainframe collapses once and for all, severing the connection, shattering the hardware. Whatever it takes, they must be broken. But they are encased in something, a glassy layer of protection. You'll need to unlock access before snapping them from the mainframe for good. You look at Navigator, trying to reassure them without speaking, and then you blink back to reality. Their expression of fear, an after image that slowly fades. You have to act quickly. These nodes? Oh, you have to have a 4. Oh, you have to have a 3 tick into 4? Holy shit. We gotta save him, man. We gotta save him. I don't think I needed to do these, but... Oh, here it is. Oh, whoopsies. Wrong ones. Oh, I do need the keys. Well, I got one. This controller protects the last spindly branches feeding into the mainframe. Unlock access, and you might be able to break them. No! Oh, okay. Oh god. I was like, I need 3 keys per each branch? That's crazy. No, don't tell me. I do need 3 keys? Okay. Oh, I got wicked scared there for a second. I was like, oh god. Oh god in heaven. Descend the car. Good night, smuggler. Can you imagine any computer crashing from trying to render all the new hats in TF2? Oy vey, man. Oy vey. End the cycle. End the cycle. End the cycle and take one of my dice away so I have nothing. So nobody ever... So I can never have anything ever good again. Leave me. Leave the house. Alright, we have a lot to do, but I am going to do this objective first so I can save Navigator. Because he's my friend. He's my friend in the digital realm. We have 2 perfect rolls. Not that that's something I'd like to do right now. We are going to roll the 3s. Match 6? Are you joking? Match 4. I can 3 into a 4. Oh, okay. Well, it'll let me do a 3, apparently. Well, that works so well. Thank God I don't have to use my 6 ticks, man. Ah, a glint like a light traveling along the edge of a wave fills your eyes, then the blade follows, a long head with 2 dead sockets slipping toward you in silence. You freeze, hoping it will pass by, hoping that it will not simply slice through you like air. The blade head nears, slides past you. Almost, it nicks you. Grazes you. You are desperate to call out, but you hold your silence. Simply watch the blind eyes of the killer glide past, empty of all thought. Then the blade winks into the dark and you're alone again. Now you cry. Oh, God, my condition, brother. I needed that. I needed that condition. Would you rather have snake eyes or snake eyes? Ah, probably snake eyes for sure. Alright, what I need to do is descend the car. I'm gonna go grab a sandwich first before I do this. Not even a sandwich, is it? It's fungus. Give me a plate of fungus. Isn't Snake Eyes like one of the worst roles you could possibly have? Like ever in anything? Alright, well look who's got keys. The branch has been unlocked. Slungus. Oh, no, shit. Catch the killer. Killer is dead. Forget hacking the system, Killer has to die. If you can slice the branch connections, the mainframe will shut down, freeing Navigator. With access to the branches, you could redirect them to form a loop, isolating the mainframe with Killer inside, but freeing Navigator, in theory. The Killer protocol can be isolated without being destroyed. A loop of connections would lock it into a closed system. The Killer protocol has been running for long enough. Breaking the mainframe's final connections will end the protocol. I'm gonna run a 6 dice on here. I'm going to try and catch the Killer. It's gonna take a while, but we can do it. I got a job to go do, man. Later. I hope you don't die, but I got stuff I got to do. Let's watch Mina's Kid. I'm gonna roll a 1. Perfect. And then I'm gonna use this 6 to go do my job. At the Overlook Bar, 15 cryo. I would rather chance for scrap right now, because I haven't done any jobs. I've just been trying to save this fucking robot. Give me a scrap, dude! Where's my scrappy? I also want to fix my house, but... Oh, my dice, man. My dice. My dice, dude. My dice. Oh, my dice. My poor dice. Nah, fucker. They hate me. I am rolling perfect 6s right now, man. This is crazy. The AE-1 mainframe. To catch a killer. Descend the car. Descend the car. We could do Mina again. I need to do the Minji Express. Close to this one as well. Very good. That's 2 more jobs I have to do. He's gonna be back in 2 more ticks. Should be good by then. Roll a perfect 6 on this guy. We're good service. And then one last one in the side reel hole. Do children look at me funny? All the time, Graham. All the time. A boy in a skirt, man. That's what they tell themselves. I could inject up. Save myself from the double dice tomorrow. Let's do it. I need a drink of water is what I need. Alright, let's grab some food and hit the day. Let's grab some food and save our boy. We're actually going to be completing quite a bit today. Quite a bit of different events. Which is going to be crazy. The mainframe. We could slot the perfect... I'm going to slot the perfect 5 into this one instead. Well, okay. Give me a perfect 6. Whatever. It's an interfacing moment. Alright. Get caught. As you blink into the cloud, you see the last flickers of life from the mainframe. This vast machine once ran the whole station, spanned it up, directed and processed the flow of energy, water, data, fed the lives of thousands of people. Now it is finally dead. Navigator is beside you, and you both look out at the perfect ring that encircled you both, woven from the data branches that once fed the mainframe. You see a glint along its edge, and that familiar blade-like head rises to the surface, like the cresting fin of a shark, and then slips into the loop again. All that you can see of Killer's body after that is slight thickening of the loop, and that thickening begins to travel around on a long and slow sojourn that will last forever. You could act like you're a Scotsman. Oi! I don't need to lie to kids. I'm surprised at you, says Navigator, drifting. I could act drunk, that is true, Graham. I hadn't even considered that. Drifting faintly around you in a lazy orbit as if to shake off the imprisonment. Killer had been wandering blind for so long. Did you not think to end them forever? Perhaps they can be saved. You are naive. They are a killer by nature. Look what they did to their own home. Navigator gazes into the darkness. This place was their domain and prison, and they had followed their directives for the many decades they roamed here. They cut the threads of the mainframe, executed its administrator's AI, and then kept slicing. At some point, they cut away their own ability to see, to sense, to taste, to speak, and yet they kept cutting, until only those 3 threads remained from millions that once thrummed here. Only their blindness and chance kept them from making those final 3 fatal cuts. There is a ceaseless violence in the act of a system that creates beings like this, those that will execute commands endlessly, even to their own destruction. Navigator looks to you for your thoughts. Their sentience should be respected. So be it! But would they respect our rights equally? Equally, Navigator turns away. You watch the data points of the station spin around you, blending with the fixed stars. There's something satisfying about finally wrenching the last 3 threads of control from this central point. It was little more than a ghost by the time you reached it, but this place deserves to be haunted by better ideas than a totalizing system of control. Navigator floats beside you. It is free now. The station no longer presents a hazard for illegal entities like me. They turn to you, their face in a cloud of shimmering light. In fact, in time, perhaps, it can be a refuge. A refuge that sounds like something of value, something worth building. A dark shape passes across your vision, a distant curve of something like smoke or oil, a fluid, shifting tank of total darkness. The Greenway, says Navigator, following your line of sight. It was cut off at the moment of the collapse, so hunter or killer could never reach it. Now it's closed off to us, separated from the cloud. What system is inside it? Hello, Prof. Did I know humans can stretch? Oh, my fucking back! You're so right, dude. Holy... It may be totally dark, or perhaps some other old protocols are isolated there. Navigator turns to you, and we have now seen what decades of isolation can do to a protocol. If we could extract an access cipher, they pause and then blink out of existence. You freeze, shocked, but a moment later they reappear with a glowing polygon of data. Here, the cipher you need. You take it, still shocked. I am not used to being free, to being able to move and explore and extract without fear, without limits. Navigator does a little twirl. This will take some getting used to. Thank you for this gift. They whirl their spheres around you. The entities of this station will always be friends to you, Sleeper, and I to them. It is true that mutual need is required for friendship, but I must admit I had not considered the value of offering assistance without personal gain. I will think on that. Navigator loops around you rapidly, suddenly eager to test their newfound freedom. But first I will explore. Perhaps there are still intelligences that hid themselves as I did, encased in simple systems, cut off. Navigator glows. I should like to free them. And with that they drift away, flickering, glowing, then shifting so rapidly you lose sight of them among the glittering rim of the eye. You feel a pang of jealousy. Free, without a body to weigh you down or fear to limit you. How must it feel? Your eyes fall on the Greenway and its secrets. But perhaps that can wait until after you've celebrated this victory. We're free, lads. We're free, and we can repair ourselves with scrap now. It's so much cheaper to repair my condition now. Oh god, I'm fucking... You want to talk about being free, brother? I'm fucking free. Alright, we got a lot of dice. We got a lot of stuff to do. Curiosity killed the cat. It always did, brother. Always did. Anyway, they gave me... the Greenway cipher, a forgotten cipher granting access to the Greenway systems. We'll get there eventually. It seems like that's where we actually need to go, though. Which is fascinating. A ship mine core is $300 dues. The midline freight hub, it's not for us to partake in. But we could steal, though. We could steal. Derelict unit, I'm going to toss a 1 tick in and call it a makeshift apartment. Ouch, that was my balls and didn't give me anything in return. That's funny. Let's go Lena's unit. We're babysitting Lem's unit. We're babysitting Mina. Mina has been babysat. And I got my energy back. She's asleep, whispers Len, creeping back out the unit's tiny bedroom, sliding the door shut as he does. Man, we're getting a lot of stuff done today. Scrap metal, much like the Team Fortress 2 crafting system. I need at least 3,000 scrap metal to make a hat. Sorry, Art. I don't know, man. You are perched at a thin bar in the main room. The slate in front of you still glowing with Mina and your drawings from a cycle spent together. There's a ring, the only world Mina has known, with stick figures standing along its edge. The tall one is you. Sorry, bot, I didn't know the rules. I don't actually... Graham, I don't actually have to make rules, right, before people enter the channel? That's not something they actually have to do, right? Drink? Asks Lem, producing a worn-looking bottle of Girol from under the bar, its contents glowing amber in the fluorescent light. Sure. Lem nods and glugs a few fingers into a couple metal tumblers, then sits down with you at the bar. Cheers, he offers, and you clink the metal containers together. You know, we actually have something to celebrate this time around. Lem gives you a sideways look. I made the assembly team on the side reel. He grins broadly. Clearly, he has been desperate to tell you all cycle. Amazing. Lem holds up a drink. Couldn't have done it without you keeping an eye on little meanie back here. Lem shifts a little on his stool. He looks uncomfortable. How's our girl doing, Sleeper? I haven't seen her much these past cycles. She misses her father. Yeah, he says to no one in particular. The silence stretches out as Lem takes a drink, his eyes fixed on the bedroom door. She's great. You okay? He nods. I can't take all the credit for Mina. She isn't actually mine. He gazes into the middle distance. I pulled her off a refugee shuttle out by one of Ember's moons. The colony was falling apart for decades after Solheim collapsed, surviving on next to nothing. Eventually, some of the residents tried to make for the eye on the decrepit old shuttles. He sloshes the drink around in his tumbler. They had no idea what they were doing. The one Mina was on decompressed halfway there. Everyone's spaced. The only reason she made it was someone sealed her in a weapon locker. She was ice cold when I reached her. Purple lips, he shivered. I underestimate human ignorance. YouTube also has quite a lot of children with free internet access. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I do respect kids too much. I don't know. You don't really need a set of rules to tell you how to act, right? You don't need, like, a list of rules to, like, walk into, like, a digital space and be all like, oh, it's pure anarchy here, actually. Now that this, like, sheet of paper that was in front of the door isn't there anymore, things have changed, you know? It doesn't make any sense to me. Once I picked her up, I wouldn't let go. The medics treated her with me still clinging to her. He takes a drink, still not sure why. He reaches over and refills his cup. We weren't exactly anybody's hero, you understand. We were private military, hired in by Conway to protect their claims in the collapse. But once I got Mina, that was it. I quit. Got us dumped here. You saved her. I'm gonna sound like an idiot now, but he sighs. She saved me. That's the truth of it. He looks around the decaying unit. It's stained plastic plating and flickering lights. Me? I brought her to this. She was tiny, too small to know what she lost, but I can't stop thinking about it. He rubs his eyes, dark with tiredness. What if our number doesn't come up in the draw, Sleeper? What then? The side reel will sail off without a thought, leaving us here. What kind of life is that for her? She'll manage. Stay silent. Sorry, I know you don't have to have it any better. He looks at his cup and pushes it away down the bar. This is a celebration, right? Both of us on the team now, both of us in with a chance. Together. That's right, we hold on together. Imagine, all three of us riding the side reel horizon out of here, to a new world. He looks into his glass for a moment. I think I drank this too fast, he laughs. Lem stands and starts to clear the glasses into the auto wash. I need some sleep, friend. See you around. Alright then. He catches your shoulder as you turn to leave. Thank you, Sleeper. I mean it, for both of us. He pats your shoulder. You slip out into the dark of the walkway with thoughts of little Mina on your mind. Oh, help a friend and have fun with Bun Bun. That's a good robot. Agent nodes give you double data. That's not too bad. Keep 2 dice even when condition is breaking. We're not going to get to that point anytime soon, I don't think. We probably will need it soon, though. Reroll all the dice once per cycle. All cryo actions are discounted. We are going to go +1. We're going to go for that. We want discounted actions as much as possible. We also have one more tick before we get shot again, so... Ah! Parents single-handedly decide to ignore their kids. I wonder where everything went wrong. Probably a long time ago, when we decided that class society was the thing that we needed. Give me the scrap. Scrap me. Scrap me again. I can use this to repair condition. I'm not sure by how much, but... Oh, I got a ship mine fragment from one of the scraps. Holy shit, dude. I got another ship mine fragment. Holy God! Holy brother. Well, well. Hello, Ankita. Have a ship mine fragment. You drop the huge cylinder onto the mess room table, and Ankita can't hide her excitement. That's another upgrade point. We are living it up. We're living it up silly style, folks. Hope you don't mind the negativity? No. Not in particular. Alright, that's bar shift good service. Oh yeah. And energy. The Overlook clientele can be a tough crowd, but you have Tala's backing, and that means a lot. That's another one. Tala and Ankita want to see me. God. Let me spend my last dollar on the side reel so I can get a job. All right. There's never enough money in the world. All right. Well, let's talk to Tala, the Overlook bar. The girl slides from the bottle into the lumpy recycled glass, a pale greasy yellow under the Overlook's warm lights. The spacer nods and takes the drink, bringing it up to their face in both hands like an offering bowl. This is good stuff. The stuff Tala says is aged in wooden casks, stored in some closed-off part of the old station among corroded wires and softly looping systems, though sometimes it's hard to tell if Tala is joking. Hey, Majima, what's poppin'? Hello, Alaskan. Got my haircut today, and I'm looking great with a new look. I wish I could send you the pictures. I'm glad to hear it. Excuse me. Either way, you like pouring this stuff. It gets on your fingers, and if you rub them together, you can smell the mossy drink, cut through with aniseed, mushrooms, wood, as the alcohol evaporates. The real world has almost been hysterical for you recently, Graham? Yeah. I think as I get older, it only looks a lot more crazy. But that just means you have more, that just means there's more to do. Finally home from school, Majima? Glad to hear it, man. You like those who order it, too. The aged Urol is kept beneath the bar, open to order only by those who know it's there, like the quiet spacer sitting at the bar right now. Watch the spacer. They're far enough away that you can freely watch them as you close the bottle and tuck it beneath the bar. You call them a spacer because they bear the hallmarks. Pale, vac-suited, bird bone, and haunch beneath the weight of the station's spin gravity. But the closer you look, the less you see a type. Pale eyes, almost gray but kind. Delicate fingers that lightly drum the bar, as if it was an instrument. A shock of black hair, almost covering a forehead scar. Scars are something you have learned to value. They are what marks out your body from the hundreds, maybe thousands, who knows, of similar models that roll out of S&ARP's biolabs. You find yourself rubbing one of your forearms, a rough little split, something that on the good days you might think of as a mark of defiance. Suddenly, you hear a heavy clunking at the door. It creaks open and a huge cylindrical metal tank tumbles through, slamming into the floor. Hello, C-Sid. What's up, man? Thoughts on the narrative so far? I'm quite enjoying it. Citizen Sleeper's writing isn't too bad. It goes on for a bit. And I'm hoping all the stuff we've done so far comes back in the future. But it seems like we've only invested in doing things that are good. It doesn't seem like we've made any mistakes, you know? For how much of Baldur's Gate 3 I think was like maybe like a little too heavily like imprinted in soyness or Redditness, its ability to blend like the choices you make in the present moment affect you further down the line in ways that you can look at it and be all like, oh, I could have made like a different choice so long ago and this would have changed the narrative completely. I'm not sure if that's what's going to happen with Citizen Sleeper here. I do feel like I am just slotting perfect dice into perfect narratives, and then everything's going to work out in the end. I think a good narrative... I think that's why Disco Elysium is so good, because not everything works out in the end. But you can still get to the ending, you know? Whatever ending that might be. It portrayed a detailed dystopia. Shit! Tala breezes in from behind, a whirl of hair and bright eyes. Shit. Tala. Sleeper! She ducks behind the bar and comes over. Can you help me with this? You look at the huge metal tank suspiciously. I'm coming. You come around the bar and get on one side of the tank. Okay, says Tala. On my count, 1, 2, 3. You both heave the tank up to a standing somehow. You hold it in place, struggling to keep it steady. Tala. In the back, comes a voice from behind the tank. Somehow, you manage to lug the huge thing into the back room, where you place it in one corner, dwarfing the rest of the contents in the cramped space. As you do, you hear a crunch. You stand back and look at the expired rations oozing out from under the tank. Ah, shit. Tala looks at you apologetically. I know you like those, so that's okay. You push the crushed rations to one side. That's the end of that. Tala looks exhausted and rubs her shoulders. Francis, I swear to... something up. How old is my character? Asking for a special quest? Oh, my character, like, lore-wise? I don't know. I don't think I've ever thought about it. I could be 6 years old. I could be 69 years old. Probably gonna work on the books or lay down for a tiny bit, Majima. Dude, I know when I get home from work, I'm laying down. That's the first thing I'm doing. And then I have to get up 30 minutes later to stream. Yes, she sighs. He was supposed to be back from the Etenays up in the Greenway by now. Back with our Girol. She leans against the tank. It seems like he's got lost again, or joined the Haifa commune. They're gonna commune over there. Cringe. We need that Girol. There's 4 other bars near here, and the spacers sure as hell don't come to the Overlook for the ambience. She looks to the open door to check if anyone can hear her. She knocks on the hollow tank, so I'm taking matters into my own hands. She smiles. Welcome, sleeper, to the Overlook Distillery. You look around the dank back room. Need some work. She picks at some paint flaking from the metal walls. Well, I might need some help, though. She shrugs. You up for it? She knocks on the tank again. Could be fun. Happy to help. Okay. She grabs you by the shoulders. I'm excited. She turns around and looks at the tank. I reckon we chop this thing in half. One half for fermentation, the other we turn into still. We also need to gather the ingredients. She turns back and looks up at you. You look more like a chopper than a gatherer. She smiles. So how about you build the still and tub, and I work on the rest? It screams early 20s. Yeah, that's true. I guess I do scream early 20s. Hello, Thrag, by the way. Oh, wait, Sleeper, I have an idea. Tal is grinning now, is making you nervous. To make up for the rations, how about we put a kitchen in here, too? Will it fit? We'll make it work. She turns back to the tank. This is gonna be great, she says to herself. You look at the dented tank in the bare room. At least she has a vision. Tala nudges you out of the back room and closes the door. As you go back to the bar, you hear the banging and thumping begin. The spacer finishes up their drink and nods in your directions as they leave. You can't quite tell if it's a gesture of sympathy or good luck. So much for a quiet shift. We gotta build this fucking thing, man. We gotta build the still. And it's an engineering check. We love to see it, don't we, folks? We also need to talk to Ankita. We got so much done, dude. But now the quest lines are starting to pick up again. We leveled up like 3 times. You drop the shipmine core onto the galley table with an emphatic bang. Ankita spins around from where she's been poring over some documents on her slate. Holy shit, Sleeper, did you actually land a shipmine? She rushes over and hefts the huge cylinder, turning it back and forth. Well, shit, it might actually work. She smiles wider than you've ever seen. Where did you get it? I built it. You built it? Well, you're full of surprises. Ankita bangs on the galley wall. Hear that, Amber? The Sleeper got you a new shipmine. The sound echoes down the ship's passages. You have to admit, being in a small space with Ankita when she's this excited is a little intimidating. Ankita puts the shipmine back on the table. I'll start the process of fitting it as soon as I can. I might need your help with some of it. She heads back towards the counter to grab her slate. This isn't the only good news today either. Looks like my good karma is finally coming in. She throws the slate onto the table and spins it so you can see the screen. Take a look at this. You see a list of names and numbers, nothing that exciting, along with what looks like a transit timetable. I found him. The thieves? Exactly. Well, the thief, singular. She points out a name on the list, or more specifically, Ashton Cade. It was his pass that was used to access Amber and slice the shipmine. I thought he might have been killed or robbed, his pass stolen, but it turns out he crossed the Founder's Gap the very next cycle. Founder's Gap? That big rift in the station. You can't cross it without the Founder's Ferry. She leans back in her seat. I know some of the crew over at the ferry, old Mercs, used to run an outfit I worked with. Saw him in the Overlook, and they mentioned they saw Ashton crossing. I checked the manifests, and there he was. Looks suspicious. He hasn't said a word since the theft, and anyone wanting to hide out might head to the Greenway and go to ground, she flexes. He won't get far, though. There's no real docks out there, only a couple of jetties in the wastes. So what now? Do I see trash often? Yeah. Graham, I was actually walking to work the other night, and, to go hang out with some coworkers, and, I was passing by, like, the regular spot that I pass by that has, like, there's, like, a seagull that usually shows up to eat the garbage that's, like, coming out of that people are throwing out of the restaurant next to it, and the bird was dead. The seagull was, like, dead on the ground next to the garbage. I was like, fuck, man. Now I fit the shipmine, that's the first priority, she pauses. But maybe you could help me out. Sure. It's like this. I head over there, especially in Amber. He'll spot me a mile off and go underground. He'll find a way to slip the station, or he'll bury himself so deep in the wastes no one will ever find him. But you, Ashton doesn't know you. All I need is for you to go there and sniff around. Not the commune, not the stacks. He will have gone to the edges, the margins, the wild places. That's what Ashton likes. You see him, you locate him, ping me on this. She hands you a calm earpiece. Seeing as this is Merc work, I'll be happy to give you Merc pay. She shifts in her seat. The thing is, I haven't got much left, so how about I tell the boys who run the ferry to give you a discount? I know it's not much, but once I grab this coward, I'll pay you 200 cryo, nothing less. We're getting a fucking discount on the ferry! All signs point to the same area. We are going to the Gap, dude. We're going to Founder's Gap. At least you know what restaurant to avoid now. True, Graham, true. What do you say? She meets your eye. Okay. She gives you a heavy whack on the shoulder. Good. I owe you. She lifts the ship mine up onto her shoulder with worrying ease. I'm gonna get this fitted into the Amber's core. You get any info, any sense of where Ashton's hiding, let me know. She goes to turn, then stops. And once again, Sleeper, thank you. I appreciate it. Nikita stops off into the guts of Amber with the ship mine, leaving you in the galley. You glance around, a sudden nervous energy descending at what is to come. You never thought you'd get work as a mercenary, but then again, it seems the eye is full of surprises. That's a drive, folks. That's a drive. Alright. Let's hit the sleepy sleep. I still need to spend dice on fixing my new place. Yeah. Perk self-repair! We're holding on to that scrap. We don't even need to sell the scrap anymore. Ethan! Walk away. Ethan follows along and he knows he's limping. Come on, Sleeper, just a little joke. I know you have a sense of humor. You look at him. He's paler than usual, haunched. He's sporting a black eye and more than a few cycles of beard growth. That's no way to greet an old friend. Friend? Well, he pauses. Colleague. He smiles weakly. This is big, really big stuff about you. He seems more jittery than usual, on edge. You remember how S and ARP canceled the contract on you? The contract I was going to collect? I remember. Well, I'm guessing you were pretty happy about that shit. Overjoyed. Me? I lost everything, but let's not worry about that. He smiles sarcastically. And so, what did you think that was it? Stay silent. Well, it was. Except, Ethan leaves a dramatic pause. What if old S and ARP gave the bounty to somebody else? Someone who's even more of a shithead than yours truly? He smiles darkly. What a disaster that would be. Who? That's the question, isn't it? Ethan fishes around in his pocket for a slip of paper. I've been speaking to some friends, you see, some colleagues, about what went down. And it turns out S and ARP canceled all their bounty contracts. The whole lot. We're going for the 3-hour mark? No, probably just the 2-hour mark. I got a lot to do today. I gotta do dishes, I gotta take a shower, I gotta do my laundry, I gotta read. I gotta try and get the Discord done by Saturday. Bunch of other shit, I think. And yeah. Gotta eat lunch. Seems they brought someone in-house. Some guy who did so well on their last contract that they got offered a job. Apparently, he made a hit on this ship called the Winter Wonderland or something. It was smuggling sleepers out from under S and ARP's big corporate nose. He killed the crew and blew the ship. Ethan whistles. They call him Hemwig or Maywig or something. He gives up looking for the paper. I forgot. You mean Winter Light? Why are you telling me this? Because I'm your friend, Ethan says, looking you in the eye, and friends help each other out. Ethan runs his hands through his greasy hair. Given this new information I've brought to light, it seems like you are in need of protection. Wait for the pitch. I, meanwhile, am in need of assistance in kind, it turns out. I upset some people at the compressor the last time we were there. The owners, and they say they'll space me unless I work off the debt. Seems they are that kind of businessmen, he grimaces. I would pay them, but... He shrugs and turns his jacket pocket inside out in a mime of poverty. He looks pitiful, even more so than his clownish acting. Then work it off. You should be glad, the anger rising in him now, that I came here and told you this. You think anyone is looking out for you? You're a contract. A name on a list. He kicks the wall. Bye, Cherry. Bye, Cherry. Ethan rubs his temples. I'm sorry, he hisses. I'm sorry for being a shit and trying to kill you and whacking that thick skull of yours, he sighs. You think I want to go up against this guy? But us, he jabs a finger between the two of you. We don't have a choice, so you keep me from getting killed and I'll do the same for you. We can help each other out, a straight 50-50 deal. He looks at you. I'm not asking for a favor. All right. Ethan smiles. He looks like shit warmed up. He pauses. Just think about Maywig. Think about the cold-eyed S and ARP shit on his way here from the core systems, he smiles. That should give you the motivation you need. Ethan swaggers off down the corridor, throwing his jacket over his shoulders. Can't wait to be working with you, he shouts. Me neither, killer. Me neither. The Overlook Bar. We are building this distillery, which is an engineering check. Let's run a 2 on it. Overlook Distillery. Still doing engineering checks. They are not giving me the scrap that I desire, man. They are not giving me the scrap that I desire. Let's see. Tamber Tea House. Does that have anything for me? No. The Minji Express we actually still need to do. I'm gonna roll a 1 on it. Okay, they hate me. I'm going to go to my new place, slot in a 3-tick. Sweet, that's starting to come along now, finally. Fuck, let me see what the discount looks like. Still 100 shits. Where's this discount I keep hearing about? I'm all ears, man. I'm all ears. I am going to eat some food. I'm stinky. Maybe unemployment is just as bad as employment. You got nothing to do, Graham. Time to read, man. Time to read. Yeah, we could still run the Min-G. You're almost out of here. Unload the containers, no thanks. 15, all that for 15 shits? No, man. I'd rather hit the engineering check on the side rail assembly. We could run it again. Is there anything I need to do? I can't check the ambergris anymore. The compressor club? Oh, I can help work off Ethan's debt. I see. We can work the back or work the front. One's an endurance check, one's an engagement check. Both are dangerous. I can work the front. I get energy for that. Okay. At least there's something coming out of it. Maywick is on the way. You'll need to leave the station, get protection, or disable your tracker before they arrive. We could sunbathe. Or I could shit my pants. Alright. Let's keep at it. I'm gonna hit the side reel assembly. Let's give it a 3 dice instead this time. I'm okay with failing this one. Sweet. The side reel is almost completely built, man. Maywick is on the way. You're leaving here soon. We gotta go to the compressor club. I'm gonna roll a 3-tick on this guy as well. Nice job. That made me lose energy though, so let's buy a sandwich. They hate me, they hate me, they hate me. Too focused on fixing your game, Graham? I gotcha. Oh, yeah, decompress a little. I'm gonna 5-tick my place. Okay, that worked out. Not much else left to do, huh? We could run Yatagan a little bit. Collect tithes. I can get scrap. And it contributes. I don't know. Yeah. Less condition. And, well, I got Yatagan Insider. Oy vey, man. Oy vey. Alright, I'm gonna use this last 6-tick on, of course, my job. Side reel assembly me. Sweet. Let's hit the hay. I should have probably spent it on my what's it called, actually? My new place that I'm fixing up. Oh, I forgot we're also still working on building the thing. Scrap me. Oh, you only get 1 tick out of it? That's rough. Never mind, we will have to buy a pill then. That's annoying. 80 shits? That's all my shits, man. I can't even buy a sandwich. They hate me, man. They hate me. 5 me. Side reel's almost done, though. Alright, I'm gonna buy a sandwich. And then... the compressor club, I'm gonna 2-tick it. Why even fucking live, man? We could do Yatagan, or we could help build the overlook bar. I'm gonna 1-tick it. 50-50 and I'm a loser, man. I'm a loser. 50-50 and I'm the loser. Alright, give me the last 2 on this one. The job's been good while it's... The job was good while we had it, man. Oh, eBay. This is bad, dude. This is bad. Thing is, I'm trying to make it work on low-end machines. That's always tough. Especially nowadays. Everybody loads the notion of a low-end machine. Well, okay, let's finish building the side reel. Stick the small one in there. Sweet. Side reel is finished. Your crew slowly filters out of the shipyard locker room, the bubbling chatter reducing with each group that leaves. There is excitement in the air. Heavenage just made an announcement. The assembly teams are done. Sat on a locker room bench, you can feel the side reel out there, its hulking mass now intimately familiar to you. Over the past cycles, you have watched it grow, be assembled. You have walked through its veins and welded its bones. Now it's ready for the final stages. It will go to testing now, then enter a final process of sealing and resealing, checking and rechecking before it is deemed suitable for its generational trip. But for now, your work is done. You can't help but feel proud. A cough interrupts your thoughts. It's Lem, changing out of her work gear. Mina nowhere to be seen. He smiles. She'll be ready soon. I know. It's exciting, although if you think about it, we're all out of a job now, he quickly adds. Not that I'm complaining. Lem comes to sit beside you on the bench. She's gotta be in her best shape when she carries you. Mina and me out of here. So confident. Lem smiles apologetically. Why not? I figure I'm due a lucky turn by now. He rubs his hands nervously. No use in wondering what if, until the draw anyway, and there's a few cycles till then. Lem is right, but the odds seem unlikely anyway. How many are working on the shipyard? Hundreds? 1,000? You've certainly seen more faces than you can count pass through. Finding a way to shrink it down to at least 200 megabytes? Damn. And are the Celis Foundation even gonna keep their promise? Out here on the Eye, you get a sense that no one will hold them to it. Why else would they be building the side reel in a surrogate system? As you think, Lem watches you with a worried look. How's Mina doing? Lem is surprised by her question, but smiles. She's doing well. She misses having you over, actually. I need to get you two together again soon, especially now I won't see you here either. Lem gazes into space. She's pretty stuck on you, actually. She told me the other cycle that she doesn't want to go unless you can come too. You ever been in a thunderstorm, Sleeper? A real big one? I don't remember. Lem shoots you a worried look for a moment. It's something else, he smiles. The sound, the smell, the rain hammering down, the whole sky, stretching out and bruised, roaring and huge. The place I was born, New Pembroke? A dry old rock in the Conway system. Had 2 seasons. One of them was as dry as bone, dusty, ugly. The other one was Long Storm, a side effect of the terraforming efforts, they said. Rain used to rattle off the roofs like bullets, wash the dust away, turn the streets to rivers. It'd sing us to sleep and wake us in the morning. We wait half a year just to see it again. The best day was the one where the first drops fell, he sniffed. Some days I wake up swearing I can hear it again. I was thinking, Mina has never seen a storm, never even felt rain. She grows up here, the ring her only horizon, always in the dark. I want to change that for her. You will. Of course, almost there. Lem stands stretching. Best get back to the little one anyway. With the shifts done, I reckon she'll be happy to have me home for a few cycles. He shoulders his gear. See you in a few. See you in a few for draw. I'll be there. Right on, he grins. Lem leaves, making you the last person in the cavernous locker room. As you sit, you think about rain, and a little hope creeps in. Is it possible? Could the side rail really take you to a planet, a place with weather, with skies, with life? Some of the characters are interesting, yeah. You get up quickly before you can think about it anymore. It's too soon to hope. Too dangerous. There's work to be done. Alright, the side rail horizon, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna take 6 days to test. There's also the shipyard. Heavenage said in a few cycles until the... Oh, that's the draw itself. I see. At the Heavenage office. You have showed up. Hello. I don't have any credits. 60 credits to buy a ship mine fragment. Or I could haggle over the prices. Ship mine fragment discount and limited supply. I don't know about all that. We already bought all the scrap. We could work to unload containers. Compressor club. We have 3 dice left. I need another sandwich. To stay in tippy-top shape. Almost like Risk of Rain. I've never played Risk of Rain. The compressor club, we obviously still need to roll the dice on this. I'm gonna roll my perfect 5 on it. Get a nice perfect 6. We definitely want to get Ethan's thing done so he can defend us before that's done, which is gonna come soon. And then I have not worked on my apartment since for like 3 days now. So let me work on my apartment. Fuck. And then let's go do the job at the Mini G. Get Feng's target. Sweet. Got a little more cash. That'll keep us going for like another day, I think. We're a little low on credits right now. We're a little low on shits. Sleeper! You see Fang coming up the corridor as you step out of Minji's. The kelp noodle smell still clings to your clothing. He comes up fast and stops close, looking around suspiciously. I don't have long. Take these. Fang palms you a couple of those metal thumbnail-sized drives, Ripper Worms. My slate has been buzzing like crazy. It seems your delivery shifts have turned up our 2 targets. He squeezes your shoulder. I knew you could do it. Now we nail those snakes. I'm ready. Good to hear it. Hello, Cameron. What's up? Welcome back, man. Hardin's boys are all connected by some kind of closed network. You break the access protocols on both of them. You should be able to gain the location of the nearest network ports. Slot the Ripper Worms in those ports, 1 each, and they'll feed me anything and everything stored in Hardin's shadow network. He smiles. Can't wait to see what juicy plans they have in there. You hear the scuff of boots as a group comes up the corridor, likely on their way to place an order with Minji. You turn for a second, and when you look back, Feng is already halfway down the corridor in the opposite direction. He raises a hand in farewell and is gone. You doing good? I'm not doing too bad. I gotta go pee pee though. I gotta go pee pee in the bathroom. Morning streams are always so interesting, I think. You run your fingers over the tiny Ripper Worm drives in your pockets and smile to yourself as you wonder how mad Jenna will be at Fang for this little excursion. Time to slot some worms. Folks, let's slot some fucking worms. Hardened agents. Hardened agents. And both hardened agents? You remember the guy who lived here. He didn't tip. Time for him to see some consequences. Oh shit. I believe it is both hardened agents. I have to roll for them and then slot the Ripper Worms in, I think. Something like that. Regardless, we're done for the day. Let's go to sleep. And the Speichel. And the Speichel. Let's get up to get down. I can't work on the Sidereal Horizon anymore, but look at that guy, man. Look at him. The draw is gonna come here in a couple days. Let's go work on the Overlook bar, get some stuff fixed up. Please don't lose any energy. You the best girl. Compressor Club. Let's roll a lower dice. Very good. Out of energy. Let's have a sandwich. We need to do a job, man. We need to do a job that gives us money. That's what we need to do. Overlook bar. I could do a bar shift. Let me see. How much is import-export? That's not this job. Oh, it's the midline freight. The midline freight is 16 shits and it's a safe job. Let's do this. We might not get the most, but I need some form of income right now, man, because we're not doing anything. Roll me 6 on the seal unit. I'm not working for Feng just yet. We're so close to being done with our apartment. I don't know what we're gonna get for living in there, but it can't be any worse than what we're working with right now. How many times have we had to tell you, I put worms in your body that you don't know where they've been? The worms are in my body. Ever almost break my own neck? All the time, Graham. I'm really bad at, like, living, so I'm always almost dying. Not sure if it do be like that, but for me, it do be do. How much is, like, an exchange? Whoa, 19 credits, but minus 11 credits if you fuck it up. That's rough. That is roughy rough. Could run Tamber Tea House again, I think? No. I'm gonna sell the rest of this Heavenage data. There, that tastes a lot better. There's also Caster's Table. Which, I mean, we could sell him... We could try selling him stuff as well, but that's gonna have to come probably a little later. Like a noodle manufacturer. Instead of buying a sandwich, we could spend a dice. I would rather just buy a sandwich, though. It's cheap and it provides a lot of energy. Don't ask. How much hair is in my mouth? Nothing right now. I usually push my hair out of my mouth when I'm sitting at my Sitting at my thing. Scrap components I can get from collecting tithe. This is evil devil Hitler, man. Interface me. Just I need a flow of credits coming in right now. Let me complete my unit, hopefully. Please, God. Thank God. Apartment is finished. We got... Oh, and I got an upgrade point. Yay! I've got 2. I was waiting for something. All cryo actions are discounted. Fuck yes. Everything should be much cheaper now. Oh, alright. There's our new house. We could feed a stray. There are signs that a stray animal has been nosing around near the unit. A handful of shits and some crackers should bring it out of hiding. I like where this is going. Oh, see, 20% discount. Yes, dude. Yes. Ah, and we get a little pet. Tried lining up a bit, but actually ooga booga brained while trying out the first sentence about the worm, so I had to scramble and find an ending to that punchline. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny, Cameron. I do that all the time, where I'll come up with like a nice setup, but I can't finish a joke. Have I seen the time lately? Yeah, we're almost out of here. You buy crackers from the shop, and from the shop unit downstairs, and crumble them up into the tray. Something moves in the shadows. Oh, it's a cat! The stray hops up onto the work surface and looks out the unit's small window. It doesn't acknowledge your presence, it just sits there, beside the tray of crumpled crackers, staring out at the low end. What is this cat's story? Are there more on the station? You haven't seen another in the low end, but in this vast megastructure, that means very little. There could be a whole colony of cats like this one down in the Warrens. You look at its sleek dark fur and sharp eyes, it doesn't look ragged, it looks at home. In fact, its presence in the unit makes you wonder if this is the stray's apartment, which you are squatting in. Watch the stray. The stray is looking out of the station, you feel its attention on you, waiting for you to spring your trap. You remain relaxed and watch as something flickers in its eyes, perhaps a reflection of a passing ship. A black cat. The stray settles a little and starts eating, picking up broken crackers. You don't remember ever having been this close to an animal. It triggers something in you, a recognition of life. Totally unlike your own, but still somehow connected, parallel, even interwoven. The stray licks crumbs from its fur. Stay silent. You sense that the stray doesn't like to talk. The stray prefers just to be. You think just to share a space and a moment with those it meets. You respect this. In a way, you feel the same. Being here, together, is enough. You turn your eyes on the window, the one that stray looks out of, and you both watch the stars and the ships together. You feel something pass between you and the stray, a kind of acknowledgement of each other, a sense that each of you might share something with the other, a point of connection. Then all at once, the stray yawns wide, hops down from the unit and brushes along your legs, and then it's gone, out through the unit door and back into the corridors of the low end. I can feed it again. Let's hit the compressor club. I still want this protection to get done as fast as possible, because we are on the clock with that guy. Did we do a job today? I think we did. Empty container. I could sleep in the empty container still, which is very funny. I got 2 houses, man. I got 2 houses. Evanage office doesn't have anything for me. They want Yatagan data. They want me to buy a ship mine fragment. Tamber Tea House? No. Minge Express? No. Caster's Table? No. Rabia's office? No. Let's fucking hack, man. But we could collect tithe or scrap on a perfect. Not too bad, but just give me the Hardened Agent, man. I can't. Oh, that needs a 6 or a 4. That's the Yatagan Agent. Not what I'm looking for. There we are. You remember the guy who lived here. He didn't tip. Time for him to see consequences. Argent Agent Port. Let's slot in our Ripper Worm. This will provide Feng with the ability to rip any data he likes from the Hardened network. As the port closed, the worm makes a little nest among the agent's data. Enjoy staying there. Enjoy it there, you little friend. You little friend, bitch. Jeez, why would he say that? Anyway, perfect way to end the stream. Do I still see stray cats nowadays? No, Graham. Seattle has a... I was expecting to see a lot more feral animals walking around the city, but since I moved here, I think I've only seen 1 stray cat. Seattle has a really good, I guess either the people here just like, I guess the people here either see an animal and they're like, I have to save it, you know, like white people moment, or the dog catchers are really good. Have a good shift. I will not be working today. I will be going to a meeting. Could be worse. I mean, I guess I'm working today, Graham. In a way. Trying to make any jokes. Modern Marvel movies that isn't haha poop. Haha poopy. I know Cameron. Getting that feeling where I'm like, I want to make a joke that isn't like, oh, I'm gonna shit my pants, is like, would be a million times better. With that being said, though, I'm going to take off. I'm going to go poop my pants. I'm gonna go poop my pants. I'm gonna... Oh, my media player crashed. We'd love to see it. It is severely hell. I know. Meeting sounds slightly better than work. I'd rather go to a meeting with fellow comrades any day of the week than go back to work. With that being said, I'm taking off! I got a bunch of shit to do, and I will see everybody tomorrow, back again, same morning stream, I think, with some Team Fortress 2. Until then, bye everybody, have a good night! I mean, day. That's interesting to say.